This is the Kreg Track Horse. It's a great little sawhorse, but one of the complaints that I've seen in reviews and comments is that it doesn't come with a handle. So today, we're going to be adding a handle to it using some paracord. Now, even though we're using this to add it to the Kreg Track Horse, you can use this technique to add handles to other things as well. So let's get into it. Stay tuned at the end where I'll show you a bonus tip, how you can store your clamp and brackets directly on the track horse. To make the handle, you'll need a lighter, a sharp knife or scissors, a tape measure or ruler, and about 15 feet of paracord. Start by measuring out 6 feet of paracord. When measuring paracord, be careful not to stretch it. Take for example this measurement of 2 feet. If I pull on it, I can stretch it up to 1.5 inches more. That can throw your measurements off. Instead, pull it just enough to remove the kinks and slack. When you finish measuring out 6 feet, cut it and burn the ends. Set that piece aside. Now, grab the leftover strand and tie an Ashley stopper knot on the end. Leave a tail of about 2 inches. Now about 28 inches from the Ashley stopper knot, we're going to tie a midline loop. Start by making a loop with the right hand side on top. Then with the left hand, press down with your thumb through the loop. Make another loop by twisting with your fingers on the left hand. Then drape that loop over the original loop just like a scarf. Then tighten it by grabbing either knuckle of the knot and pulling tight. Make sure the 2 knots are 22 inches apart. As far as the size of the loop, make sure it's big enough to pass the stopper knot through easily, but not too big that it can fall out when at rest. Now do the same thing on the other end with 31.5 inches between the 2 loops. You can use this diagram to check your work. Now let's wrap the handle. Grab the 6-foot strand that you measured earlier. I'm going to demonstrate the knot first, and then later we'll do it again with the handle strap in the center. Start by making a loop with the right hand side on top. Now grab the loop and place it on top of the remaining end. Make sure to leave 2 inches at the end. We'll need this length to tie a finishing knot later. As I continue, I'm just going to pin this down so it's easier for you to see. You want the length so far to measure at 6.5 to 7 inches. Now we're going to pass the other end over this and under that. Then we wrap it around the entire thing. Notice at the top how one side is wrapped around once. Pull on the opposite side to remove any slack. Then, at the bottom, pull the middle strand to tighten everything up. Now let's do the same thing again, only this time we'll put the handle strap in the center. Begin just like before, make a loop, and then place that loop on top of the remaining end. Now grab the handle strap and place that in the middle. Once again, over this one and under that one. After that, I like to run the handle strap underneath the left lobe, like so. Now, grab it and wrap it up. And just like I showed before, pull both ends to tighten it up. Now, to finish these tails, we're going to tie an overhand knot. Once you're done with those, go ahead and cut off the excess and burn the ends. You should end up with something like this. The last thing we need to do is center the handle. Finally, once you've found the center, tie an overhand knot on both sides to keep it in place. Congratulations, your handle is finished. Now let me show you how to attach it to the track horse. The secret to attaching the clamp and brackets to the track horse are neodymium magnets. These are high-powered magnets that will hold them securely to your track horse. I have 2 nickel-sized magnets on the clamp, and then 3 smaller magnets on the legs that hold the brackets. The main thing to be aware of is that the magnets for the brackets need to be positioned at just the right place on the legs so that when the legs are folded up and stowed away, the brackets won't be in the way. I found that 5.5 inches from the swivel plate is about right. I'm also going to be using this dry erase marker to mark out a bullseye where I will be placing the first magnet. To glue these magnets into place, I will be using Loctite Pro Liquid. I have also found that once in a while, the magnets can still pull loose, so just know that if you need to glue one back into place once in a while, that's normal. It's really due to the fact that these magnets are so powerful. When gluing the magnets on, I use 1 to 2 drops of the Loctite liquid and then just guide it in nice and slow to put it in place. Remember that these magnets are going to want to grab to the middle, so just guide it in slowly and do your best. The last thing that I'll add is that I have 2 on one side and 1 on the other side. The reason for that is 2 to hold it and then 1 to prevent it from rattling around, so it holds it on that one corner. And that's it.